In this video, we're taking a look at yet another free audio unit plugin. This time we're looking at this one, the low pass filter. What is it? What does it do? And why would you use it? Let's go. Hi, my name is Pete and welcome to Studio Live today, where my goal is to help you create, record and release your best music. So if that sounds like your kind of jam, consider subscribing. Today, we're here looking at the low pass filter. We've looked at the high pass filter and we've looked at the band pass filter in other videos, and those will be linked up the top and in the description. Now, a low pass filter is probably not used as commonly, but it does have some practical applications here in GarageBand for some of our tracks. So let's jump in now and take a look. So a low pass filter may actually also be called a high cut filter, and that might even make a little bit more sense, because what we're doing is we're actually cutting off all of the frequencies above a certain level. So what we do here is we dial in our cutoff frequency. So if we wanted to cut off all the sounds above 5,000 hertz, we would dial our cutoff frequency to around 5,000 hertz. And then our resonance dial here, usually I leave this at 0 to keep it flat and then to cut it off from there. You can see in this chart here exactly what it's doing if we had a visual interface. Here in GarageBand on iOS, we don't have a visual interface, but what we can do is up the resonance and reduce the resonance there just to change the way that that curve looks, which we will show you what that sounds like in just a moment. So we've got this added to a bass track. So let's turn it off for now and play this bass track back so you can take a listen. So a pretty standard kind of bass track, but because it's a picked bass, there's a little bit of that sort of clangy, can you hear the clangy sort of sound, a little bit trebly sound up in the top end there. So what we're going to do is we're going to filter that out. We're going to turn on this low pass filter. We're going to tap on this one to bring it in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it back and I'm going to bring this filter down until I'm getting the sort of tone that I want from this bass guitar. So we'll go to the start of the track. Let's hit play and start dialing this filter down. And can you hear there that once we're down around 3,000 hertz, which is like the highest frequency sounds that we're hearing there, then that little click sound at the top end, that little treble part, is going away. Let's keep dialing it down and see if we can get a really extreme kind of feel here. So there you go. When we're down around 1,000 hertz, we're not hearing it at all. So it's cutting off all of those treble frequencies. So that's all that EQ is doing, is it's a volume control for your different frequencies. And all this is doing is turning down or muting the volume of all of the frequencies above a particular level. So if you want it all the way down here, let's put it down to 10 hertz and dial it up and you'll be able to hear what happens. We're hearing nothing because only, there it is. Coming up. So this can work really well for not only for bass guitars, but also for drums and other more bass heavy instruments. And the reason that you would use this is if you've got other treble type instruments that you want to get out of the way of the bass, then you can actually do this. And this way your bass is not taking up some of those treble frequencies if there's, again, those sort of click sounds or pick scrape sounds or things like that in there. So let's dial this to the sort of level that we'd want. So why don't we put it around about, say, that 3,000 hertz, just to make sure it's cutting off a little bit. Let's just try it. Maybe even lower. All right, we'll put it down low just so that you get a really good feel for it. And then if we bring this back into our mix, we'll just turn the volume down a bit. Let's take a listen. Sometimes you need a little crunch in your vocals to make them just pop. So probably not loud enough. Let's just try that one more time. Let's get rid of those vocals. That was from a previous demo. Let's try this. So to me, I like that because it sounds a bit cleaner in there. Yeah, just hearing the bass guitar. If we turn off that low pass filter, let's play it back again now. So because the bass guitar is a bit brighter there, to me, it's covering up some of these guitar sounds because these are a little bit more treble heavy, whereas this one, we don't want that treble sound in there. So that's why I like to have the low pass filter here. And again, if you've got a kick drum, if you've got other bass type instruments, it can work really well. But there you go. That is it. A very simple plugin. And I did say that we would show you this resonance. Let's just do this before we finish off. We'll go here and we'll go to resonance. I don't use the resonance much, which is why I nearly forgot to show you. But let's hit play on this one and we'll dial up the resonance and dial it back down and you'll hear what happens. So it's a way to kind of give it a little bit of a boost or a bit of a cut there around that frequency sound. So again, to be honest, I use it flat almost all the time. I rarely touch the resonance dial. In fact, a lot of plugins, a lot of shelf and filter plugins like these ones, shelves and high pass and low pass, don't even have that resonance. They're just the frequency themselves. Anyway, that is going to do it. There's 2 more links down below to other videos all about the free plugins we have here in GarageBand. You can subscribe by clicking or tapping on the Studio Live Today icon, and I'll see you next time.